Hello everyone and welcome to the Climate Change in Debate. Today we'll discuss one of the main causes of global warming, carbon dioxide emissions. Joining us are Pipa, an energy expert, and Tomás, a citizen concerned about the environment. How are you both?
Hi, Yaya. Happy to be here.
Pipa, could you explain why CO2 emissions are such a big problem?
Of course, burning fossil fuels like oil and coal releases large amounts of CO2 into the atmosphere. This traps the sun's heat and causes global warming. Transportation, industry, and deforestation are some of the biggest sources of these emissions.
Agree to Pipa's explanation, the carbon dioxide is a gas released when we burn fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas. It exists naturally in the atmosphere, but human activities have dramatically increased its levels. In fact, according to NASA, CO2 levels in the atmosphere are the highest they've been in 80 800 years. These gases act like a blanket trapping the sun's heat, which causes the Earth's temperature to rise. As a result, the polar ice caps are melting, oceans are warming, and extreme weather events like hurricanes and wildfires are becoming more frequent. Not only that, but global warming also affects agriculture, reduces access to clean water, and threatens biodiversity.
That sounds concerning. Tomás, how does this affect our daily lives?
Well, climate change leads to extreme weather events like heat waves, droughts, and floods. It also affects agriculture and biodiversity. It's a problem that impacts everyone.
We know this is a serious issue, but what can we do to reduce emissions?
If we all make a small change, we can help reduce our environmental impact. If we reduce energy use by turning off lights and appliances when we don't need them, switch to LED bulbs and support renewable energy, we will lower our electricity consumption. If we choose sustainable transportation like biking, walking, or using public transport instead of driving, we will reduce carbon emissions. If we cut down on the meat consumption, we will help decrease CO2 and methane emissions from livestock industry. We plant trees, they will absorb CO2 and help regulate the planet's temperature. On a larger scale, if we support laws and policies that protect the environment and hold companies accountable for their emissions, we will create a more sustainable future. A great example of this is the documentary Before the Flood featuring Leonardo DiCaprio, which highlights the effects of climate change and what we can do to reverse it.
As activist Greta Thunberg has said, the climate crisis has already been solved. We already have all the facts and solutions. All we have to do is to wake up and change. If we demand action from our leaders and make conscious choice in our daily lives, we will be part of the solution.
Small actions matter too. We can use bicycles instead of cars, save electricity, and buy local products to reduce our carbon footprint.
Exactly, a great documentary on this topic Before the Flood, which shows the impact of climate change and what we can do to fight it. Thank you both for sharing your insights. We all have a role in fighting climate change. Any final messages?
The science is clear. We need to act now.
Every action counts. If we change our habits, we can make a difference.
Thank you to both of you, and thank you to our listeners. See you in the next episode of Act Now, Fighting Global Warming.